Welcome to the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV.
The biggest show in the world. What's going on, people? How's everybody doing out there? It's Friday. It's the weekend. It's conference tourneys for days, and I got my boy, The Dream, on the line. What is going on, my brother?
Who loves you, and who do you love? Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest show in the world, a.k.a. Gamblers Anonymous, just a different type, is at it again. Welcome to the meeting. I am The Dream. Sit down, grab your coffee, relax, and good morning to you.
All day, man, all day. Feeling really good this morning. I think the weather's going to be nice. I see, and then I go on Twitter, man. I'm looking at all these. Oh my! It's like nonstop, man. It's growing and growing and growing. All these winning tickets, man. Unbelievable. I just see people send me photos of them, hashtagging the SBTV Nation, and it's like wins all the way down the page. So big ups to everybody that's been hitting out there. That's all I gotta say about that. Hey.
It's hitting, guys. Hey, listen, listen, we're just doing what we got to do, finding a way to win any way, shape, means necessary. Even if we get a couple of bumps in the road, which your boy caught a bump early yesterday, but I think I gave out a ton of positive information that people should have made money no matter what. I ended up ending the night just the pickup after the stumble just got insane yesterday for me. I had my little small slip up with Iowa, who Iowa really punched us in the face, but thank God, because if they did, I would have probably had to take a flight down to Costa Rica this morning. So I'm almost kind of happy Iowa. Do
you remember you questioning me why do you call them nasty Iowa? Look what happened.
Lesson to be learned. I want you guys to understand something. I just want to point this out. I pointed out in the picks yesterday. I had done that parlay originally with Virginia instead of Iowa. Okay, 500 paid $341.43. Okay, so listening to the critics and hey Dream, I think there's no value and you should go. That's a waste of money. Okay, I went and redid it, but I put Iowa in it. And then it made $481.67. So here's the deal. For $140.24 more,
you lost $500.
I lost $500.
Oh,
okay?
Brutal. Okay.
How's the value working with that?
Not good, because Virginia was a laugher.
Work with that. Listen to be learned. And listen, this is why I say it. You guys. I know a lot of you guys don't like spending the extra money. Like I say every day, it takes money to make money. Why the rich stay rich and the poor play lotto.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I totally concur with that, man. And I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Did you happen to get a look at my boy last night?
I did. We were rooting for you. I was up a little bit late with the gang, and we got to look at it. A couple of guys were asking me if I was going to take San Antonio, and I was like, no. Hatter's on Hatter's on Cleveland, and I don't do that. I don't bet against him. I don't even like that type of energy flowing. Either I won't bet or I root for him. And we saw the overtime. I was happy for you. I was glad you got that to work out, as I know you were involved in it. Son,
you know what? I thought I was dead in the water too. I thought I was dead with that game because
I could understand how you would think you would be dead when it took Kyrie a 3-point shot at the buzzer to get to overtime.
Oh man, you know what? I was dead because Cleve could never catch them. It was right. They get within 1 and then fall down 5, and then they get within 2 and fall down 7. I'm like, this team, man, I can't get it going. You know what I mean? So, but then I stuck to my guns and just kind of, I actually wrote it off. I was like, forget it. It's done. And then sure enough, I go back and it's like tie game. I'm like, overtime. Oh, this may work, kid. So I was very, very happy about that.
Definitely. No doubt, man. And if anybody knows where that opener that I said, who loves you and who do you love, comes from, you're old as hell.
I don't even know that one.
That's a pretty famous quote from a pretty popular movie from a long time ago. And I won't get into that, but if anybody knows where it came from, I'm sure they'll hit me with it and they'll start laughing. But it's going to be an old timer that has to know. I want to say, as we're getting mad retweets and mad back and forth, 50 to 55 to win 50's out there. Buster Carr is out there as well. Jay Rich, the mayor, is out there. Cover That Spread is out there. Sports Money as well. OJFB. My man Sir Mata, Bookie Spheras, Andy Mack, Jeff Ryan, Direct Sports Solution, my boy Ben, Paul Michael, Razor Ramon, Face Kicker, CK Nagayan, bad name.
A newcomer?
SCPALEMKE is out there. How about that? LBCC's out there. Buster Carr is out there. C. Rodriguez Jr. is out there. Jay Hova is out there. Guys, you guys should think about, especially you guys that are that are running services, the easier your name is to pronounce, the easier it gets passed around, okay? Buster Carr is out there. Josh Hood is out there. Dr. Dizzle is listening. Funk Doc is listening this morning.
Yeah, he killed it last night, too. He went 10-3-1, Dr. Dan, last night.
No doubt. Got my boy Frankie Fingers out there. Nicholas J. Eddie E. My boy Mo is out there as well. Nonstop Sports Picks is keeping it real. James Harrelson, glad you hit, brother. Got my boy Jason Riley, glad you hit. KG27 as well. Papa Smurf is out there. The Buzz Buddy, the dog Mitch, Gruff, Terry Kohler, and P for Prez. And the kid is up this morning listening as well as he is breaking my stones.
all day, man. And we keep everything positive, and we have a really good time here. There was I have to acknowledge this just because it's so funny, dude. But so somebody hit me up last night, right? Because we retweet the show from time to time, and he said, "How can anyone listen to these guys? It's like the Jersey Shore of radio. Hashtag screaming, hashtag yelling, hashtag yo bro, hashtag get the F out of here," right? So I responded to this dude, "Thank you, we appreciate it." So he goes, "Seriously though, this show is filled with effing morons." I said, "Thanks for listening, brother." We're morons, kid. I love it. You just cannot please everybody no matter what you do.
Hey, dude, listen. If you don't want to hear screaming, yelling, and a nice, calm, relaxed, know-it-all show, go turn on Mike and the Man. Go turn on Fat Mike.
Go listen to everything else.
Go on Fat Mike and tell him how you think the team is good and listen to him rip you.
Yeah, right.
Hang up on you and tell you how stupid you are.
You know what? I love that stuff from time to time because I have fun with those guys. You know what I mean?
I do too. Listen. You know me. I'm always on Twitter. Guys always coming in. Dream, leave him alone. I love a Twitter fight. I love Twitter fights.
Oh, that is some funny stuff, man. Unbelievable, dude. So,
forget the fact that we've probably given. I would say from February to March, the dollar figure total given out on the show as far as winners is concerned is just bananas. I can't even put a number on it. So forget that number. We're morons. That's the problem with it. Too many people are not concerned with making money. They're more concerned with, Dream pronounced Crichton wrong. Or they're wrong about that. They said something. They're not in that state. Or there's not turf in Arizona. You guys, some of you guys, you worried about the wrong stuff.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, what OJFB said, we'll rock on morons. We're the best morons that he knows.
Paid morons. We walk around the insane asylum with thousands in our pocket.
Oh.
This is the insane asylum the insane asylum in Beverly Hills. With the star in the SBTV Nation.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. All right, man. What you got for scores? Because I know a lot of people want to hear them.
Oh, man, I'm so amped up and having fun already this morning, laughing and joking and yelling like I always like to do. You're right, player. Well, hey, here's my thing, though. How'd you know we were yelling? You must have kept the show on for quite a bit.
That's why I said thanks for listening.
time listening to these morons. So let this moron get to giving out the score.
Go for it.
Oh my God. Villanova 84 to 4. Listen, guys, in case you don't know, Villanova and Duke decided to tell everybody a little something yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
All your hopes of that UTEP coming in and beating them in the tournament, forget it. Mercer Madness, forget it. They not having it this year. Villanova killed Marquette 84-49 in a game that was a laugher. Virginia beat Florida State 58-44. That was also a pretty impressive win too on Virginia's behalf, which they actually needed to win like that. So good big ups to them for that. We had Michigan, as Hatter talked about, the pesty Michigan beat the Illini 73-55. We had Baylor over West Virginia 80-70. I did not get to see any of that game because I worked the graveyard shift the night before, and by the time I woke up, that game was over. Did you see any of it?
No, I didn't get a chance to see any of the daytime stuff. So
okay. But
I was just looking at it on my phone, and I was watching Virginia and Villanova just go nuts. And I was like, if I wasn't watching the game, I wanted to get some really, non-headache stuff. And it was non-headache right out the gate. So it was like 10-2 in both games. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. I don't usually bet the games I don't watch, but that in that particular case, I had to work. So, but I didn't want to miss those two teams.
Gotcha. I didn't see how Baylor did it. I was kind of interested in knowing if it was a tight game for most of the game, and then they pulled ahead. Kind of like because North Carolina was tight, for a lot of the game, and then North Carolina ended up pulling it out in the end. And I don't know, how Baylor won. Were they impressive? Were they dominant? If you guys know, DM me up or tweet it out. Let me know how Baylor played yesterday. As it was one of my picks. I really liked Baylor yesterday. I did put a little something on it, but I didn't go as deep as I wanted to. As I was warned by my man Dank. He warned me not to go too deep and not to go heavy with Baylor or North Carolina, so I kind of pulled back a little bit. And my boy actually came to the rescue with me because after I had lost to Iowa, he was like, yo, dog, just relax, because he could see how ticked off I was. And he was like, no, relax, pull back. He said, we got some night stuff. He's like, I see you got UCLA. He's like, yo, Connecticut and Colorado State should rock. And, that's my dude. He bets almost exactly my style, except he even adds a little bit extra to his parlay.
Oh, yeah, he has some serious money lines in there and makes it work, man. So big ups to him.
Big ups to him. I don't do as many as him and as much as him, but I get down. He does it almost exactly like I do it. And me and him confer almost every night and talk and go over some things. So big ups to him for having my back. Big ups to all of you guys for all the support. I take the losses, believe it or not, 1,000 times worse than I take the wins. You guys see my mouth in here when I win. The losses I take worse than when I win.
Oh, big time.
I'm just an emotional mess. So I probably got a 5-year window of being out with regular human beings, and then I'm going to be right in the insane asylum. So, but I have a lot of money on me in the insane asylum.
No doubt.
Florida beat Alabama in kind of a bizarre game, 69-61. I don't know if you guys got down with that. I don't see any reason, as Florida should be a wrap today, as they are playing Kentucky.
Yes, sir.
But you guys might want to be careful. Penn State is playing Iowa 67-58. Penn State beat Iowa. Iowa was up at the half. I thought we had it, and then something happened in the second half. I don't know what. I don't care. I am so agitated with that game, as it not only cost the 4-team parlay. I put out like a 6-teamer that $50 paid like $700, and Iowa was our only mess up in that, and that just was heartbreaking. But anyway, Providence beat St. John 74-57. I wasn't surprised. I am surprised by the point differential though. That's pretty heavy.
Yeah. Definitely.
We had North Carolina over Louisville 70-60. As I like North Carolina. Louisville and West Virginia and Virginia, they've got scoring issues. And anytime they're playing one of the top tier teams, I have a problem with them because they can't score, and that was why I like North Carolina and Baylor yesterday. And I don't foresee Virginia going much further. I think Virginia's got North Carolina today, and I am leaning North Carolina again, as I don't think Virginia can handle them. But we'll get into that later. VCU beat Fordham 63-57. We had Boise State over Air Force 80-68. Arizona beat Cal 73-51. Kansas 64-59 over TCU. Kansas, I don't think is going to win their conference.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. We got to see what Perry Ellis is doing, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially with the loss of him. I mean, they barely got through TCU yesterday, and TCU was by no means a powerhouse in that conference.
Yeah.
They got issues ahead for them. So be cognizant of that, guys. We also had UCLA over USC 96-70. UCLA also put the smack down. The kid was all over that pick, and he actually was all over Indiana, who I didn't play, but he had him, and that was 71-56. Big ups to him for that, for pointing that out to me. Toledo 78-67 over Eastern Michigan. There's your Toledo team, bro.
Very funny.
Duke put the smack down 77-53. Oh, Iowa State beat Texas 69-60. Texas should not make the tournament.
I agree, especially after that. They should have won that game.
Texas should not make the tournament. Just for losing that game, anybody who had Texas, I feel really bad for you, as they were up as much as 16 to 18 points, I believe, in that game and blew it. Texas should not make the tournament. They absolutely should get thrown out of there this year. But we will see what happens. Iowa State won 69-67. We had Georgetown 60-. Somebody was on my case about that. I am sorry, from the East Coast, so we pronounce things a tad bit different, as do, people from the South. But Georgetown won 60-55. That was absolutely a great game. The Georgetown Creighton game was a very good game. I watched it. I watched the whole second half of it, and it was a good game. Tennessee beat Vanderbilt 67-61, and we had Duke lay the smack it down on NC State 77-53. Beat Ohio State. Beat up on not beat up, but they beat Minnesota. But the way they did it, they really dominated Minnesota the whole game. It looks like it was close, but anybody who watched the game will kind of know that Ohio State flirted with going up 6-8 to 10, and then they would drop back, and then they would go back up again. But to me, it was like you could just tell. It was never in question that Ohio State was going to win. I mean, for me, It was never a question Ohio State was going to win that game based on the way they were playing. They just looked like they just outmatched Minnesota. Minnesota just looked outmatched.
Because they do. And we talked about that on the show. You know what I mean? That I don't know did we even bring that game up on the show, or was that a conversation you and I had afterwards?
Oh, we did.
I'm trying to remember.
We had afterwards.
Yeah, because I looked at that game and I was like, oh, man, but I never ended up getting involved with it. Surprisingly, because I know Minnesota's just not a good team, and the Ohio. Go ahead.
They actually played competitively. You know what their problem was? They're just small, man. There's a distinct size advantage against Ohio State. They had their guard is just so small. He's like, I don't know, he's like 5'5", it looks like. And when he was coming in the lane, I mean, he's trying to put shots up. Dudes are towering over him, and they're blocking his shot. So, don't get me wrong. They hung as well as they could, but you could just see that Ohio State was just so much of a better team.
Yeah, I got you.
You know?
Yep.
But I got to tell you, Ohio State's guard, he's got a finger issue, and that's going to be an issue against a team that's as good as them, because if he doesn't get beyond that and get that shot to start dropping, they're going to have some problem because they're going to need his offense.
Got it. All
right.
All right.
We had Oregon 93-85 over Colorado, and Oklahoma beat Oklahoma State 64-49. Oklahoma State was ahead at the half. Oklahoma winning at the half, and then they came out and then they just dominated Oklahoma State in the second half, which was an impressive win for them. As I watched that game as well. Xavier 67-61 over Butler, and the Xavier train keeps rolling. Miami went down yesterday to Notre Dame 70-63, and I believe that Miami just got themselves knocked out of the tournament as well, as far as their invite is concerned. And we always hate to see Miami out of the game, as we love Miami. We had Utah at the nightcap knock off Stanford 80-56. Game was tight when I went to bed, and then I guess Utah decided to go ham on them in the second half.
That's what they love doing that, though. They love doing that.
Okay. Yeah, the game was real tight when I went to bed. It looked real ugly, and then Utah just went bananas. And we had Colorado State in a laugher over Fresno State to finish out our parlay 71-59. Those are your college basketball scores, which was lengthy. I'll really quick go through the NBA. Pacers 109-103.
Yes.
Wizards 107-87. Jazz 109-91 over the Rockets. Cavaliers beat the Spurs 128-125.
Yes.
Knicks 101-94. And real quick on the hockey side, for those of you that don't know, a lot of hockey games too. Stars over the Hurricanes 5-3. Bruins over the Lightning 3-2. Penguins over the Oilers 6-4. Panthers over the Jets 4-2. Senators beat the Canadiens 5-2. Blue Jackets over the Red Wings 3-1. That's a surprise. Blues beat the Flyers 1-0. I did like the Blues. Avalanche 2-1 over the Devils. Blackhawks beat the Coyotes. I like the Blackhawks, and I love the under and both hit in that game.
Yes.
Kings 4-0 over the Canucks, and the Predators lost to the Sharks 2-0. And those are your scores, guys.
All right, man. A lot of stuff, dude. Great job on that, kid. Well, we got just as much stuff going on today, my brother.
Oh,
lot of stuff going on. But real quick, I just want to shout out everybody. It's rocking and rolling with us. I got West Side 760. I got Chris out there. I got J-Cast. I got Philly's Picks. I got Daily Show John. I got Papa Smurf telling me that Perry Ellis will be playing today. I got The Pick. I got Dollar Days Are Here. I got Woodbine Fan. I got Switcat Sides. I got Prestige Worldwide. Emser. Snoopy Bets. Jim Rohn is a juice. I got, let's see, Sing is out there. Root is out there. Sylvia, Bluntmaster, Immaculate, G-Rose, J-Cast, like I said before, Steve Bow. Oh, my God, dude, there's so many names here, man. It just keeps going. I could spend the whole show shouting people out. Guys, listen, if you're retweeting us, we appreciate it. And, we hit you up from time to time. Andy Mack, we got Bookie Sphera, Sir Mata, Sports Money, Cover That Spread, Jay Rich the Mayor, 55 to win 50, and the list goes on and on. All right, dude. What you want to get? Oh, we're real quick. I'm not gonna hide. I'm not gonna hide from my losses. I did lose a little bit of money on Lake Show yesterday. I did lose a little bit on Lake Show, so Lake Show ended up getting me. I know. You know what? Dude, the Knicks hit like every shot. They had Tim Hardaway Jr. Man, he was like 5 for 5 from threes, and then he just kept burying them. I'm like, oh. Man, and I was just like, you know what? I was too involved with my boy to try to hedge out of that one. You know what I mean?
You know, I was so on the edge of taking Lake Show yesterday with you as I was up late at night, and I had already cashed the 3-team parlay, and then I was waiting on Colorado State, and it looked like that was going to be a laugher. And I was so on the edge of doing it, and then something was like, just leave it alone and go, because I was on the edge of Colorado. I was on the edge of Lake Show and Utah, and because I like both of them. And then I was like, you know what, dude, you let's just end the night with the win. Wake up tomorrow, see your money. Don't end up being frustrated. And I stayed away, and I guess thank God I did. But I was there with you. I would have thought, Lake Show would have got that win.
I would have thought so too, man. But you know what? They just didn't have it last night. And the Knicks looked like they were incredible last night, which Lake Show could do that to you.
Looks incredible against the Lakers.
Yeah, but they couldn't miss shots though either. You know what I mean? They were contested shots too that they were just sinking. So, every once in a while these teams will be feeling themselves and make it work. So, all right, let's get right into this, man.
Let's
we gotta
get
go
into it. College basketball.
We have a lot of people that are expecting a lot of good stuff out of us today, man. So we got to make sure that we deliver. Absolutely. So the first one we got at 12 o'clock. We're going with top 25s. We got East Carolina and SMU ski today. Let me just pull this up and see what the line is. You got SMU is minus 14.5, and I do not have a total on this game yet.
I got 126.
You got 126. Okay. I don't know anything about East Carolina, so I'm, just based on the line, the bookmakers think that SMU ski is going to roll them, but I don't know, man. I mean, you don't really have any opinion really here either, huh? All right, cool. You know what, guys? Good luck with that. That's all I got to say about that. You got Nick Moore at the helm over at SMU. Don't know anything about East Carolina, so we'll keep it moving there because we got Michigan and Wisconsin at 12 o'clock today. And
I love that. I can't wait to hear you. I can't wait to hear you talk about this.
I did say Michigan is a sleeper team. I did say that. I did say that.
So should we put him to bed?
I would think so today. You know what sucks, dude, is that I didn't see the brackets, like how they would unfold. And, like, all my sleeper teams are playing the teams that I said would win the tournament.
I know.
That sucks, man. So pissed about that. Like NC State, it played the Dukies, and I took both of them. I didn't bet them, but I forecasted that, and I forecasted, Michigan to be a sleeper and Wisconsin to win the whole thing. So, yeah, and now they got to play each other. So let me hear what you got.
What do I got? You really need to ask what do I got? I got Wisconsin laying a smackdown on Michigan. That's what I got. What do you got?
I remember Michigan taking them to overtime, player.
Yeah, okay. Not today.
Okay. Wisconsin's rested. Been sitting there. They probably watched the Illini play Michigan. Probably got some good extra homework done on them than they're going to get on Wisconsin. So Wisconsin probably does roll today. I got to be honest with you. Winners of
please be honest.
Yeah. Don't be surprised. Listen, it can either be a close win with Wisconsin or an absolute annihilation, like Dr. Dan would refer to it. But,
yes, sir. I'm leaning towards the annihilation side of things. But anything. Listen, you guys know anything can happen and everything can happen. But I like Wisconsin to roll today. They know Michigan. I don't think there's going to be any problems. They know they're going to have to watch Michigan's guard play. I think their coach should have been able to handle that coaching standpoint. So, I see them winning. I would definitely, obviously, get rid of the 14. I know some of you guys are going to lay it, as Wisconsin has covered. I think they covered their last two heavy spreads. But you know what? On the safe side, I think you need to get this, under 8.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, I think to be safe, you need to get it under 8. Me personally, I'd money line it. I'd stick it right in there with Kentucky and 2 other stupid heavy favorites, and do my thing, which you'll probably see in about 15 minutes after we get off the air. But hey, do what you got to do. I don't really have a problem if you want to take a shot at Wisconsin minus the 14, as they could definitely cover that spread.
Yeah, I haven't really seen any apparent, conference matchup headaches. Other than nasty Iowa, you know what I mean? Like the favorites have been really coming out and laying the smackdown. So just be careful, guys, because that trend may not continue. You just gotta worry about that a little bit. Keep that in the back of your brain.
I think it will, because I like I said before, I think that in this season, the disparity between the heavy hitters and the like a Wisconsin and Michigan, even a Kentucky to Florida. It's like a huge talent difference this year. In years past, I don't believe the differential has been that big. But this year, your Dukes, your Villanovas, Kentucky, Wisconsins are a lot bigger than the lower tier of the field.
Yeah, gotcha.
Gotcha.
Okay, all right.
I think with the way that some of these conference teams, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's some teams that have they're not in their conference, they're not in the respective conferences that we remember them being in, that some of us may have unfortunately grown up with. Like you got Big East teams that are floating around in other conferences that aren't in the Big East, and I think with some of this rearranging of some of these conferences, you're seeing, also a little bit of different disparity. Maryland's over here in the Big Ten now. They're an ACC team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. All right. Well, speaking of stuff that we think may be an annihilation, we're going to move on to the next game where we got Florida and Kentucky playing. And it's 13.5, 123 is the under-over. I got to be honest with you, dude. I know Kentucky. No, listen. No, I'm not. Dude, listen. Kentucky's winning the game.
Okay.
All right? I know that.
Don't tell me you like Florida with
I don't
like.
Either. No.
Okay, all right. Okay.
But I did have Kentucky minus 16 the last time they played each other, and they covered by 1 point. But Florida was in the game, I want to say, the whole first half. You know what I mean?
And all night last night on ESPN.
Yeah, Kentucky, pulled away at the end, and Kentucky was home. Now it's a neutral court. I don't know. I think you think Calipari's just going to let the dogs loose today, or what?
I think Calipari's going to let the dogs loose. Yeah, I do. I'm not really. Yeah, Florida. Okay, they were in the game. Good, whatever. I don't care. I'm not giving the points anyway. So I'm good with taking Kentucky in the money line and being safe with that. I don't see any way that Florida beats them. I know. I heard all about how Florida was tight in the last game and this, and that, and the other. But big deal.
Yes, exactly. So. Looking at this real quick, as you know, Kentucky has not lost a game this year, 31-0, and Florida is 16-16. So I don't really have many trends to report other than the last game where Kentucky won by 17. So we'll see where it ends up.
I got a trend to report. How about this one? Kentucky's won every game they played this season.
That's a good trend.
Is that a dope trend or what?
Yeah, that's not a bad trend.
That's a trend and not a coincidence.
Oh, I know. Hey, guys, real quick, I just want to let you know something that I got up this morning and got to the office. The computer's moving very slow, so we had to eliminate the call-ins today. I apologize about that. Wish we could do it, but you know what? I mean, dude, we're 34 minutes into the show anyway, and we got through 3 games. So I think it's not so bad today. You know what I mean? Because, dude, that would be like a 3-hour show, I think, if we open up the lines. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Definitely.
Let's see. We got Penn State, Purdue today. Purdue is minus 6 points, under over 131.5, and I really, really like Purdue. I like Purdue in this spot.
Purdue, I still got a bad taste in my mouth. I believe that was LSU. No, you know what? I don't know, man.
Purdue's going to win.
Okay.
Purdue is a perfect team to put in a money line parlay, in my opinion. And that's just me betting, guys. So you do whatever you want out there. You know what I mean?
What time? As a 2:00 start, we got Purdue. Purdue's beat them already, no? I'm sure.
I haven't looked at that yet. I'm focused on doing something else right now. Just give me 1 second.
I'm looking at it. I'm pulling it up right now.
Yep.
Let's see. Purdue has not played Penn State. How is that possible?
I don't know, man.
How do they do that? I don't get. How are you guys in the same conference and not play each other?
Actually, no, they did.
I'm sorry. Yes, they did. In overtime, they beat them 84-77 in overtime. So it was a tight game back in January 17th.
In Penn State.
In Penn State, yep.
Yeah.
So they did play each other. Purdue did pull that game out. The thing that Purdue lost their last couple of games on the road. OSU they lost to, and they also lost to Michigan State. They did beat the Illini, but not that impressively. I'm going to leave this game alone, brother.
All right, yeah. I mean, well, you think about the 2 losses you just alluded to, kids. Sparty and the Ohio State University.
State.
Those are good teams.
Yeah,
and Purdue, I got to be honest with you, Purdue was beating the crap out of Ohio State in the beginning. You remember that? They were up like 11 points at the half.
Yeah, you're right. Yep,
in Ohio State. So, you know what? I think Purdue is rested. I'm really a big advocate of the teams that are resting, playing teams that have just played, the previous couple of days. So,
but if you looked at it yesterday, I don't think that it was really all that dope. Believe it or not, a lot of teams that played the night before won yesterday.
You
got to go take a look at it. I'm not really certain, but I know I kept I kept saying that to myself. I mean, geez, I know Penn State played the day before and beat Iowa, but I think that a lot of the teams that did play the night before, except for the ones that played big dogs, they won.
Yeah, all right.
Or it might have been damn near even.
Well, you know what? I'm taking a look at this today, and I'm going to roll with Purdue, and we'll see where it ends up going. We got VCU playing the favorite team they love to play, the Richmond Spiders, kid. Dude,
Spiders own VCU.
Yeah, they own them, man. So let's just see what the line is on that one. Hold on. We've got VCU is minus 2 points, and the under-over is 124. I wouldn't touch this game with a 10-foot pole, kid. No way. Because Richmond has beaten them already. So, you know what I mean? I think they beat them twice. Didn't they beat them twice?
I'm almost positive.
Let me take a look real quick. VCU, Richmond beat them 67-63 in about a month ago. About 3 weeks ago, and then Richmond beat them in VCU in January. So you got a double revenge spot for VCU-ski, but double. Yeah, Rainmaker told me that.
You got a VCU team coming in scared. That's what you got. I don't think it's no revenge. I think they coming in a little bit nervous.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, this team has owned them. So, you got to take a look at that.
That's the thing too. Mentally, that's a mental advantage. So if VCU comes out right and out of the gate, their stuff's not dropping, and they get down like 5-6, they're gonna end up getting run out the building.
You think, huh?
Yeah, because their psyche's going to be like, they got us where we can't beat them. I mean, I think that works. That really works to Richmond's advantage, man. Having beat them at least twice, I think that really works to their advantage. And VCU, they've been dusty for most of this season anyway, man. It's been a dusty season for that team.
I concur, man. I concur. So let's see what we got here. All right, scrolling on to the next one here we've got is Indiana, Maryland. That is a, 6:30 game. Wow, you bet both of these teams this year, man.
I have bet both of these teams this year, and I've got to stay away from this game as one, I don't like Maryland's conditioning. Maryland is conditioned kind of like NC State was. It was brought out in the game that they played against Nebraska. And Maryland's only I want to say they're 7 deep and almost not even, where their guys play the whole damn game. This is going to be a tough game, and due to their conditioning, I just am not going to take Maryland in this spot. This Indiana team's been, they're coming in a little bit hot. They got a win yesterday. That's giving them a little bit of momentum. Maryland has had an opportunity to rest, so if you want to use your rest factor in this game, I can get it with this, but I don't like it. I think it's a little bit tighter than people. Well, look at the Lions too. I think 2 is dead on.
Yep.
But Maryland's got the dope point guard, so I will definitely lean. If I had to take this game, I definitely lean on Maryland because I love Maryland's point guard. He's the man. But this Indiana team's been hot, and like I said, I don't like Maryland's rotation. They're not deep at all. Especially now as you play in this tournament, and this game's going to be a grind game, and I don't like their conditioning as they were tired in a Nebraska game at the end of the game. So be careful with this game, guys. If I had to lean, I'd lean Maryland. I'd like to see if you took Maryland, get them some points. Having them +4 to 6 would be nice. So I think this is a great game to get in a teaser situation. If you have something else you like where you can get some points, and then I think you'd be a lot more comfortable.
Absolutely. So I don't really like that matchup. I'm not a big Maryland fan. I did tail you when they played Nebraska, and that was a headache. I remember I nailed both sides of that on the live line, but I don't know. That's a really tough one, man. We got Tennessee, Arkansas. Oh yeah, what the 5-pack?
Oh my!
Is that the 5-pack you're talking about, dude?
No, that's the one with the
All right. We got the Arkansas is -6.5 playing Tennessee, over 138.5. I remember, I just think back to Tennessee beating up on LSU. And LSU did beat up on Arkansas. I'm looking at that. Dude, these games are tough today, man. Except for, with the exception of, Kentucky and
right,
Wisconsin. That's all I'm playing. Well, I got Purdue also.
Is it tough?
I got Purdue. So far, I like to do an early one. I'd like to do Wisconsin, Kentucky, and Purdue. I think that.
I want to discuss that. I'm glad you just said that.
Yeah.
Guys, because I kind of was a victim of that yesterday too, wanting my money early.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Oh,
okay?
Absolutely.
Trying to get your money early could get you a loss. Taking a game that you might not necessarily like just because the time slot works better for you, don't fall prey to it. Pick out your stuff and play it based on, you're winning or what. Don't play your games based on the time that they're playing because, that will catch you in a bad situation. You end up losing the game, and now you lost. Like, yesterday, the other pieces of my puzzle I loved, but because I had, Iowa, took Iowa, for the early spot. Now the other two games are gone. So I couldn't get them back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I feel you.
Be careful with that.
I feel you on that, man. But you know what? I like those 3 games.
Okay.
So,
No, right. Yeah. No, I'm not saying. You know what I'm saying.
And there's another downside to that too that you're not even bringing up, man. If you have 3 games going on all at the same time, if you have games, let's say one at one time slot, then back to back to back, you got a better opportunity of hedging out of the third one. Versus if you have all 3 going on at the same time, because then if you have one stinker, you're everything's going on. So you could try to hedge out of one, and then all of a sudden the other one starts getting beat. You know what I mean? So you can end up in trouble with that. But I do like these 3 teams, so I think that's why I'm going to do that.
I only do the hedge system if like I said, if the last team, if the other 3 have already won. I don't even do that. If all of them are going at the same time, I don't even get involved in it. But if the other 2 have already won, or 3 or whatever, then I look to that and take it into consideration. It works best, back to the hedge again system with you guys. It works best if you had taken the favorite, which usually I always do. If you've taken a favorite, because most likely you got the underdog coming up, and they're plus, a bunch of money. So it takes you less money to hedge out of it. So, you're just basically safety in yourself, which is nice. It doesn't work as well as if you've got the underdog in the last game, and then you got to go take the favorite, as you're going to have to pay more money to get out of it. So
right.
That's what's up. I would like to move it in another direction as we're talking, so we could pick it up, because we're running late.
Yeah, we are.
We got Baylor playing Kansas.
Yep.
Today.
And the line right now is let's see. I'm not finding
-1. I got Kansas -1.
Kansas -1 versus Baylor. Wow, that's going to be a hell of a game, bro. Go ahead.
Baylor beating Kansas.
You think so, huh?
I think Baylor's beating Kansas. Yep.
Got Perry Ellis coming back, brother.
I don't care. Even if he's coming back, he's not going to be 100%. I got Baylor beating Kansas today. I'm going to – it's another one that I know I should stay away from, but I may go ahead and put a little bit of something on it, guys. I think Baylor beats Kansas, though. I really do.
All right, well, let's just see what they've done playing each other this year so far. Kansas beat them by 10 last time they played each other in February, and in January, Kansas beat them by 1. So Kansas has owned Baylor the last 2 times. So good luck with that. I'm gonna play cheerleader on that one. I'm not betting that one.
Well, like I said, it's one you should probably stay away from. But I just believe that the 2 teams, as crazy as this sounds, are moving in different directions, and I think that Baylor's picked up some steam, whereas Kansas. I just haven't liked Kansas at all this season. No, I haven't liked the way they've played basketball this season. I really haven't. They've never been really dominant. They've won games.
I agree with that.
But they've won close games. But they never got on like that dominant run where they were just like beating people up. When you compare them with like the Villanovas, the Dukes, the Wisconsins, even though they're ranked number 9, there's a big drop off when you get to Kansas, I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, they can never like come out and have a dominating performance to make you say, oh, like Villanova did last night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they need that beat down to make me believe in them. I'm still waiting on the beat down. I really am.
Yeah, I don't think the beatdown's coming today. I think they're actually going to get beat down. But not, I don't think Baylor's going to win by a lot. I think Baylor's going to find a way to win this game. I really think that Baylor is going to win this game. It's a 7 o'clocker, so you guys should see something out of me later tonight. If I get involved in it, I'll let you know. But your boy is leaning on Baylor, but I am recommending that you stay away from it, as it is, a funny game. There's another one. If you're going to tease, if tease, put them in with Maryland. Get 10 points, put them in with Maryland, and have Baylor plus like 8 to 10. As I definitely don't think if Kansas beats them, they will beat them by more than 6 points.
I think it'll be a stomachache game personally. So, let's see where it ends up. And now I'm seeing the one with the sneakers that you were referring to. So big ups to Yodo on that. Wow, son. Oh, whoa. That's all I got to say about that. All right. Let's see what else we got. My man, the Pine Tar Immortal, says that he agrees 100% that Kansas will lose today as well. So,
Pine Tar Immortal, get with your boy.
I don't like that game personally. I'm looking for bloodbaths today, kid. You know what I mean?
Oh, no doubt. Me too.
Dude, this is another one. Damn, bro. I'm such an idiot for not looking at the brackets. Providence was my backup to Villanova, and they're playing each other today. Damn. Oh, got Villanova playing Providence today, and taking a look at this. Let's see. Villanova's minus 9 points. Over is 142.5. Didn't Villanova lay the smackdown on them already?
Villanova laid this smackdown on everybody already.
Yeah, Villanova beat them by 28 points about 3 weeks ago. And Villanova beat them by 6 about 2 weeks before that. So they've owned Providence.
Villanova's owned everybody, except with the exception of Seton Hall. That always makes me scratch my head how they lost that damn game, but I get it. Yeah, man, Villanova is definitely the clear-cut favorite here. Definitely going to win. I'll probably be involved with Villanova at some point. I won't do the 9 as Villanova, they're coming off of just a dope performance, so they're really feeling themselves. So they might come in a little bit cocky and then pull it back. And we know that Villanova traditionally, in most of their games, they're down at the half or even and then end up blowing out the second half. So, yeah, I'm going to get involved with them. I like them a lot today. I'm sure you like them a lot. They're probably going to be in something with the big dogs. Probably going to be like a Villanova, Kentucky, Wisconsin, Duke. I can't take Duke, but Villanova, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Arizona, money line par, something like that will probably be definitely put out with just all heavy favorites. No skill at all. You guys know how I roll. No skill, just crazy top favorites giving mad points, all money line together.
No skill, brother. No skill.
No, I don't want, because listen, this is not the Olympics, all right? I'm not on Dancing with the Stars, all right? Capping with the Stars. I'm not doing the salsa tonight for y'all. It's called, I'm trying to win some damn money any way possible, and if it's putting the heavy favorites in a parlay together and getting 100, 300 to win 100, I'm good.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? So we'll take a look at that, and like we always say, you could just get your money out if it ends up turning into a headache. So
right.
Taking
Nova. You gotta love Nova. I love Nova here. You gotta love them. So we can move on to the next one.
Virginia, North Carolina, brother.
I love North Carolina. I think North Carolina's going to win. Virginia is stagnant. They've got this stagnant offense. I know you guys are going to tell me about their defense, and I've already told you how I feel about defense and playing basketball. It's just not, there's other factors in a game that can make the defense a bit overrated. I saw Virginia lose to Louisville, who North Carolina beat yesterday. And I believe that North Carolina's riding high, coming in rolling. Yes, Virginia did handle their game yesterday, but I think North Carolina's going to win this game.
That's really interesting, man. I mean, I love UNC when they're sinking baskets. I mean, they're I want to say they're like one of the top teams in the nation in scoring. I mean, they're really, really good. So, we got to take a look at that. I have some paperwork here, but I can't get to it while I'm live right now. But actually, I can. Let me just take a look at this real quick and see where North Carolina is. You know what? Scratch that. But I know they're up there. North
Carolina is winning in the points for the points for statistics, defensive rebounds, offensive rebounds. As far as field goals is concerned and steals, Virginia's got the edge with 3-pointers, which I thought Virginia actually was a bad 3-point shooting team, but North Carolina's not that great either. Virginia does make their foul shots as they're a defensive team, so they need to. this game, man, I see it being kind of similar to yesterday's game for North Carolina. Kind of tight with North Carolina edging out and pulling out at the end. I just don't think that Virginia can offensively hang with North Carolina, but we will find out today. It's another one, like I said, it's a tight game, so, if I play it, it's going to be something small, because it's more of a just, me picking a game than if something I would have my money on. Like Hatter said, I'd rather be involved in the blowouts. I definitely think Villanova wins. I definitely think Kentucky wins. I definitely think Wisconsin wins. So, those are looking like 3 teams right there that's going to be in the money line parlay. And then I'll go in another direction and probably find maybe 1 to 2 more.
How about this Arizona-UCLA game, brother?
UCLA was really impressive yesterday. I'm going to stay away from this one.
Yeah, Arizona's minus 11, bro. 11 points, 138.5. That's because they've been so dominant. They've been when they win by 20 or more. You know what I mean? So it's like, I understand the line. You would think that, UCLA is halfway decent. You would think that this line shouldn't be where it is, but it is just because that's what the computer spit out. Arizona.
What was impressive was UCLA's game yesterday was very impressive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So UCLA is a Jekyll and Hyde kind of team. I've noticed you don't really know what you're going to get from them every game. But yesterday was impressive for them. I believe. I don't know how you don't like UCLA plus 11 though.
It's tough, right?
Yeah, it's tough because I kind of like them plus 11. I know Arizona's dope. I get it. But 11 points is a lot of points in a game that looks like it could be maybe tight.
Well, I could tell you that the last time they played each other was in by 10 when they were given 14, so they didn't cover. Yep. And that's a very low-scoring game for both of them teams. Because they average, in the 70s. UCLA averages 72.3 points a game, where Arizona averages 76.5. The difference in this being, and this is why the line is where it is, because Arizona's only giving up 58.7 points a game on defense, where UCLA is 68. So that's the big difference right there. So Arizona's scoring more, and they're letting up a lot. They're letting up 10 less points per game. So there's your discrepancy there, brother.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. You might be right. You might be onto something with the points. Maybe you get in a teaser.
If you get it in a teaser, there you go. It looks like a UCLA, Maryland, and I forget what the other team that I said, but UCLA, Maryland, and one other team that you might want to get some points with. And it will be. I think it will be nice.
Yeah, definitely. So, dude, I can't believe how many games there are, kid. Damn. It's crazy. We're not even done, dude. We got.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
We got Wyoming, Boise State at 9:00. You plugged Boise big time yesterday, kid.
Yeah. I won with Boise 2 days in a row. They've been playing good basketball. Wyoming, though, has also been playing pretty good basketball. I'll have to consult my man, the kid, as he has been playing around with this Wyoming team a lot this season. I know he's got a little background with them, as I do not. But right off the top of my head, I do like Boise. It's a late game. It's a 9:00, so I'll have some time to do some homework and get some information out to you after I confer with him. But as of right now, the lean is definitely Boise State, as they've been, impressive so far this season.
All right. And Boise, you're talking about the last 2 games, not the last 2 days.
Right.
So, they played 5 days before that. So, let's see what end up. I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah, they played Fresno State, and then they played Air Fizzle. So, let's just see what else we've got here, my brother. Let's see. We've got Oklahoma, Iowa State. Oh, man. These are getting harder and harder as we go. So, guys, you know what? If you lose early, be careful at night chasing. That's all I got to say about that.
It's that, it's not really that it's harder and harder. It's that Big 12, where all those teams are, you know what I mean? All of them were capable of beating each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're just getting the matchups now. Kansas, there was no real, that Big 12, like 5 of them teams are all like, borderline dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now they're all playing each other, so it's the headache of it. But this Iowa State or Oklahoma game, I like Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, remember they were up by what, 20 points and lost the game to Iowa State?
It wasn't Oklahoma. That was
that was Oklahoma,
wasn't that Baylor?
dude. No, Oklahoma was beating their, kicking their teeth in Iowa State, and Iowa State came back and won the game. They were down, I want to say they were down like 22 points or something in the first half. It was crazy. And they came back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive that was the team that they were playing. They were playing Oklahoma, because I remember Oklahoma just coming out and just killing them. And then Iowa State came back and won the game by 7, and they covered the 5.5 points and everything, dude. So you know what? If anybody took Iowa State like plus 2,000 on a live money line in that game, you were laughing all day long. So taking a look at this game, they're pretty even here. But Iowa State scoring more points, 79 points a game. Iowa State, you know what, though? For me, they flirt with danger way too much.
Way too much.
Way too much. Even yesterday, they getting a buzzer beater and all that. I don't like teams like that. Because it's just, that kind of just gives you like a headache and just takes the fun out of gambling for that one game. You know what I mean? So I'm going to stay away from this team altogether. I don't like them in this matchup, nor do I like them moving forward. I think I'm going to stay away from them.
Oklahoma beat them February 9th, 94-83.
Yep, and then Iowa State beat them the next.
And then Iowa State beat them on March 2nd, 77-70.
Yeah, Rainmaker's telling me that both teams were getting blown out in the first half and then came back and won. That's unbelievable.
Oklahoma was up 37-18 in the first half, and it gave up 59 points in the second half, but only scored 33 to Iowa State.
Yes,
I see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. So, you got. I don't know. I don't like teams that flirt with danger. It's just not a good thing.
What's
for me.
the over/under number today?
Over/under on that is 155.5, and it's anywhere from a pick'em to Iowa State plus 1 point. I don't know. You know what? Good luck with that. That's almost like that Baylor game. It's just something that I want to stay away from, dude. So let's see. Yeah, everybody's hitting me up. Oklahoma, blew a 20-point lead. Let's see. Bad beat City. That's what Doc is telling me. Doc, I love the new profile picture, by the way. These guys with their profile pictures make me laugh. Let's see what the next one is. We got North Carolina and Duke.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, not to cut you off. What was the over/under number again in that game?
I just had it up. It was 155.5. A lot of points. Dude.
Okay.
A lot of points. Right. I mean, I understand it, but anytime I'm
leaning on something. I got to do some homework, but I might take a total in that game. It's a 9:00 start. We'll get back to you guys. I got, you guys, obviously, we got to do a little bit of homework. I know the early morning leans kind of work a little bit, but this college is a little bit different, a little bit more tricky than our conventional NBA and NHL. So some homework needs to be done here, and before we can really get this information out solid. So you're getting just leans, and go do your own homework already too. Like I said, a lot of people got down with my parlay yesterday and didn't put Iowa in it, and took the rest of the team. So that's why I say always, tailor your own stuff, but take some of my stuff or take some of Hatter's stuff, and then throw your own stuff in and make it all work for yourself. This is not follow blindly.
No, you guys should already have, your websites open, your phones open. You should already be looking at stuff while you're listening to the show.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, looking up the stats.
And we don't mind if you follow blindly neither, because I know some of my stuff is dope and I put it out there for you, but I'm just saying, if you want to don't feel bad. I don't feel bad if somebody would have came to me yesterday and been like, I won, but I took Penn State instead of Iowa because I didn't like Iowa. Listen, I don't catch you win. Unlike other people, I love for everyone to win. I don't catch no feelings about anybody winning. That's dope. I love when you win. And if you did, that, hats off to you, because that's what it's all about. That I love. And if some of my stuff helped you win, I love it even more. So, hey, do your thing, all right?
Big ups to my man Robert Kennedy for listening to the show, saying he absolutely loves it. Big shout to you, man. Welcome to the family, kid. We are rocking and rolling nonstop. Now, we got the Dukies today, minus 6.5, under over 153.5. Son, Duke is beating them today. You know what? Let me tell you something, kid. I was texting you yesterday about this Duke team. I'm telling you right now, this team is special, bro.
I know they're dope. I know.
They're special.
Is, the problem with Duke is Kentucky, man.
It ain't Notre Dame.
No. Don't even try play me with Notre Dame's beating Duke because they're not.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Notre Dame is 27-5, 13-11 against the spread, winners of 3 straight games, and Duke is 29-3, winners of 12 straight games. Kid, I can almost envision Duke versus Kentucky in the final game. I really can. And I think Duke is going to give them a run for their money. Duke is dope.
Dude, you just can't stop. You just can't rule out Villanova.
I know. No, and Villanova's,
I'd love to see. I can't wait to see what the brackets are because one of them are going to play. You figure either one of them is going to end up playing each other. Something's going to happen funny at the end of this because somebody's going to have to play each other. You're going to either get Nova versus Kentucky first or Nova versus Duke first, or you know what I mean, or Duke versus Kentucky
in the
first.
Final Four.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in the Final Four. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I'll tell you, I think Duke is dope, but I tell you, Kentucky. I mean, at Villanova, they're itching up on my radar, man. I don't have them that far behind Duke in my top 3 teams.
Well, Villanova, like I said on the SBR video, is that they have 5 players that score over 9 points, which is rare. You know what I mean? You get usually you get 1 or 2 guys that have 13, 14, and then the rest are like 6, 7, 5 points. They have absolutely awesome team ball. Villanova does. So, but this Dukie's team and, having Coach K at the helm and all that, I love his coaching adjustments. I love, how he switches it up. I mean, him and Killer Cal are awesome. You know what I mean? So I really just think that's going to be the final. I really do. I'd like to actually get them.
Back to this game.
Yeah,
we got Duke. We got North Carolina coming in at Duke. It's a 9:00 start. I'm not taking Duke because I have Duke to win the ACC tournament. So it's like if Duke were to lose, I lose both. So you're not really supposed to. My little dumb rules is you're not really supposed to do that. So I'm probably not taking this game as I didn't take yesterday's game either, and I love Duke. But I like Duke to beat Notre Dame. I don't think Notre Dame can stay on the court with Duke. It may be closer than expected, but the 6.5, I got to be honest with you. Oh man, I hate telling you to go ahead and take it. Obviously, take the hook off of it and get it at least at 6.
No,
but I mean that looks.
I think. Never mind. If you're thinking about taking Duke, yeah. Duke has just buried them, dude.
I know.
Except for that one game where
why is the line so low?
No, because that one game they played in Duke where it went to overtime. That's probably one part of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that was in Duke. So, I don't know, but we'll see where it ends up, man. So we'll go from there. But we got to
buy the hook off of it. And I like Duke, obviously. I mean, you should too. So go get them.
Yeah, go get them. Right.
But money line them.
I agree, money lining them all day long.
You know what I mean? Go get them, but money line them.
Yeah. My man Vegas Line Reader is saying that they're begging you to take Michigan in that Wisconsin game. But I don't know, man.
They're begging you to take Duke.
Yeah, they're begging you to take Duke. That's more like it. We got Xavier playing Georgetown today.
They ain't begging me to take Michigan. They need to add another. They would need to add another maybe 15 points to that to beg me to take them. I'm good still with not taking them.
Definitely. So, taking a look at this, Xavier is plus 2 points playing Georgetown. I don't really know much about this Georgetown team. You do. You know more about them than I do.
Georgetown, man. I grew up with Georgetown when Georgetown was dope. I mean, and I'm aging myself again. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Eric Sleepy Floyd, Patrick Ewing, you know the guys. John Thompson Sr. was the coach, who I think is a lot better than their son, who, by the way, I think should have been out of there a couple of seasons ago, and they're keeping him because of the old man. But that's a whole nother story. This Xavier team is as feisty as they come and are dope. I've won more money with with both these teams this year, so it's very hard for me to pick a side here. Georgetown, when they want to play, they're dope. They got a Goliath in at center. I believe I can't think of his last name right now. I want to say it's Smith. It's either Smith or Reed or something like that. But he looks just like Paul Bunyan out there in the bottom, and everybody else looks. Even big guys look small with this guy. He's huge. He looks like, remember Big Baby? How Big Baby looked when he played for Florida?
Right. Yeah.
Georgetown's got one of them dudes down there. I think he's even taller than Big Baby. Looks like Big Show from wrestling. Georgetown got Big Show in the paint. Yo, dude is humongous, all right? His hands are a little bit on the clumsy side, but he's just so big and wide that he gets his position and backs you down. Listen, 2 steps, he's right underneath the rim and then just puts the ball in. It was just comical yesterday watching him down there against Creighton. But that being said, this is going to be a hard-fought game because Xavier's got the flip side of that. They got a great backcourt, and I love Xavier's backcourt. Their guard play is stellar. They play good basketball, play great team ball, Xavier does. It's going to be a really, really, really tough game. I recommend you stay away from it.
I concur. The next one we got on a ticket here is the last one. It's an 11:30 start. I love these late games, kid. Damn. You got Utah playing Oregon. This is going to be a hell of a dude. This is another one. Every single game, every single conference matchup where I pick the sleeper, they're all playing each other. The sleeper and the odds-on favorite. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I didn't pick Utah. I picked Arizona in that one, so my bad on that. But Oregon here is a 8.5 point underdog playing the Utes.
Yep.
That's a dog or pass for me. I don't like Utah giving 8.5 points to Oregon. I don't like that at all. I'm looking at this right now, and Oregon's playing. Yeah, Oregon's playing pretty good basketball, dude. I don't know about that. That's a real
Utah
tough
wins, one. But you got to money line it.
Definitely. I think you're okay getting 8.5 points, even if you did a teaser, maybe getting like 14.5 or something like that. You might be okay.
Utah could beat them by 8.5 points. They could.
All right. Let's see the last few times they played each other. Oregon actually beat them by 11 the last time they played each other, brother. And Oregon, Oregon beat them the last couple of times they played, but there was, going back to last year. But son, I don't know. See, the thing is, I'm not going to be up this late watching this whole game. I don't think so.
Why?
Think so. I was up late last night, man. I don't know if I could do it. Yeah. Well, it's
Friday night. You're going to
yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be up. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I like Oregon with the points, man.
Yeah,
I like that 8.5. I like that 8.5.
Oregon struggled yesterday for a little bit with Colorado, and I was kind of scratching my head. And I got to look at Oregon against Oregon State. Utah is better than Oregon.
Utah is better than Oregon.
Yeah,
I agree.
Better than Oregon. I gotta look at Oregon against Oregon State, and I like them. And I've won money with Oregon most of this season. But I gotta tell you that Utah is a better team than Oregon State. I saw Utah last night, and Utah is a more polished team than this Oregon team is. I would say Oregon maybe next year, if they can get most of their starters to come back, are going to be something impressive, a little bit more impressive. But
okay, all right. So that does it for the college hoop. I mean, guys, there's 100 games or whatever today. I mean, we did top 25s. Feel free to look at sportsbetterstv.com. Look at all the best lines of all the games. I mean, there's just so many. You got Temple, Memphis. You got Auburn, LSU ski. You've got, which I do like LSU, by the way. And I did take Temple to win, to win that conference. Paid plus 800. So something to take a look at as well there. But I could tell you that my Kent State, no good on that one. So sorry, guys, if you tailed that one. It was a long shot, but I threw a few dollars on it. Whatever. It is what it is. Going over to the NBA, dude. Kid, there's 9 games in the NBA. And how many?
I know. That's why I'm scrolling just to pick out something that's decent.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right. Dude, I wish my boy was playing tonight because we'd bet against him.
We would. I would say real quick, guys, off the top of my head, you got Trailblazers playing the Pistons. Portland is at home. I would expect Portland could win that game. You got Atlanta playing the Suns. Atlanta is in need of a win. Tonight, they should get it against the Suns. Look for the Suns. I want to tell you guys, I'm gonna try to be on Twitter tonight, or we'll see what happens. It depends on whether I go out or not with the wife. But most likely she may go out and leave me with the kids, which means I'll be on Twitter all night. And if I am, the Suns in the third quarter. This is a perfect scenario for him in the third quarter. Maybe I'll get with OJFB tonight, and we'll do a little work tonight on the late night. And maybe I won't. So I don't know yet, guys. So don't start with that bugging me. But I'll let you know. You guys will know if I'm on, because I always talk trash when I'm on Twitter. So you'll know if I'm on and I'm up. Because I hate coming in and seeing 200 DMs with cats. Where you at?
I feel you, man. Taking a look at dude, you got the Sixers playing again at home, kid. I'm telling you, man, the Sixers team at home is so pesky, even though they're terrible, and they got the Kings coming in. 76ers could win this game.
76ers,
all right, well, I've been messing with them a little bit. I've been cashing with them, so they're getting 4 points. They've been getting 4 points from Sacramento. As you know, Sacramento went into the Knicks, which is a pretty even team to the Sixers, and crushed them. So I'll look at it a little further, guys. I'm not plugging at them. I'm trying to filter my junky stuff, but I may put that out there later on. I don't know yet. We'll take a look at it.
I got a small lean for the Raptors as well.
Yeah.
Coming into Toronto. Yeah. I got a small lean on the Raptors. The Raptors need a win, and this should be an opportunity that they could win. Obviously, you know how I bet. Get rid of the points, and I like the Raptors if you're getting involved with any NBA, which I don't know. Me personally, you guys might call me dumb. I just like the college too much right now, even though, I might be better at the NBA than the college. But the college is more fun to me, and I'm more into that than the NBA. So I'm generally not playing both. But I know some of you guys are. So that's why I'm telling you about Raptors and the Hawks. I would leave the Clippers alone, and Golden State should beat the Nuggets. I don't see why they wouldn't, but it's a road game, so I don't know if you want to mess with it. I would think if I'm going to go on the road, I'm going to take the Hawks today, because I know the Hawks have dropped a few games. Yep. Go ahead.
I'm feeling Raptors. I'm feeling OKC coming off the beatdown from the Clippers. They're still home. We got to check Russ Westbrook though. He got banged in the face again. So I don't know if he's going to be.
And you said the Timberwolves are pesty, so I was kind of leaving that.
Yeah, you know what though? OKC coming off the loss, with the Clippers coming into their building and embarrassing them in their building, bro. I think they come back with a vengeance tonight.
Okay.
I really do. So obviously, I wouldn't be giving the points either. So I'm thinking a little. I feel a little froggy with the Toronto Raptors. I like these are just initial leans, guys, just to win the games. OKC, I think, comes back and lays a smackdown on Minnesota, and Portland may be a little tighter than we think, but Portland should get it done. You and I have been on this Portland team big time.
Yeah.
And it's been working. When they're home, they don't really lose. So we've got to take a look at that. Now let's jump over to the ice real quick. See if you got anything on the ice, guys. We're multifaceted, here. You know what I mean? We're not just focused on one sport. We're looking for money all over the place. So
5 hockey games on tap tonight. My Islanders are back home playing the Senators. I like the Islanders as they, I believe they lost their last game. They're back home. I know the Senators are pretty good. I hear you, but I like the Islanders tonight. My man Tavares, I think, is one of the best players in hockey, if not the best player in hockey right now. He got robbed of the MVP during the All-Star game. He is dope. I like the Islanders. I also like the Blue Jackets today, as they are in need of a win to beat this Oilers team. We know that the Oilers are not that good. And I haven't really played the Blue Jackets much this season, but if I'm not mistaken, the Oilers, they played yesterday on the road in Pittsburgh and caught a loss. And I believe the Oilers have been on the road. This is like the 3rd or 4th game, and I'm looking real quick.
And this is why we play music during the show. Number one, it's dope. Number two is that if there's a moment of silence, it's not. There's something in the background for people to move to. So
Oilers on a 3-game. They're on a 3-game losing streak, and they stink. So So I would love. I'm gonna take Columbus. I like Columbus tonight. The Blue Jackets should be able to beat the Oilers. Ducks Wild. You might want to get involved with the total. If you get that under, I would take that over 4.5. Buy it down. I don't love the total there, but I like it. You might want to get it. But I really love the Blue Jackets, and I really love the Islanders.
Let me ask you a question. The Chicago Blackhawks, they were minus over 200 juice last night, right? To beat the Coyotes?
I think they were. I don't remember what it was.
If they were, that makes the over 200 juice hockey teams in March 19-3.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Our guys won't. They can't afford it.
Somebody asked me about that yesterday, though, and I was like, "Hey, you know what? I mean, you put two of those teams together, it pays over even money."
I mean, that's this.
Whatever. Don't go.
Every day. I don't have time for it no more. I just don't.
All right. Real quick, my man Rainmaker wants to know. He asked me a question. I had a hard time answering it, but he wants to know if you do an open parlay, like if you take one team and then leave it open, how long you can leave it open for.
It depends. Every book is different. I've had one open as long as, I think in football, I had one open as long as, I think I had it for, I want to say 2 weeks. But I believe that when I was with Bet Us, I want to say they were holding me to like 10 days. I don't know. You got to call your book and ask them. I mean, I never left it open for more than 7, for the most part, more than 7 days.
Yeah, I've done 2 weeks. That's been the most I've ever done.
I believe that if you keep, like, say if you got like a 4 or 5 piece of that, like if you keep adding a piece, like you reset like every time you add a piece to it. So if you put one in this week and then next week you put it in, now you start back at, I believe you start back at like your 10-day mark, starts all over again fresh. But check with your book and find out.
So they flip the hourglass upside down?
I believe. I don't know. Check with them. I don't know how they do it. No, knowing the one that I use, they probably got some language that they can take your money if you don't put it in within, a certain amount of time period.
Oh, man. Big ups to everybody that's out there retweeting the show. We got 68 retweets so far. Guys, we're trying to hit that 100 mark, man. So see what you can do for us. We'd really appreciate it. We got Meet Your Maker, Robert Kennedy. I got Maddie Fresh. I'm sorry. Keith Garasio, I want to say that's how you pronounce your name. Sorry if I butchered it. I got Western A. I got JC, Clownman Swag, Anthony Capriola, Vegas Bank, Tip Talker, Ben Stacks, Westside 760, Bada Flocka, Chris, The Pick, Dollar Days Are Here, Woodbine Fan, Switcat Sides, Prestige Worldwide, Emser, Snoopy Bets, Philly Picks, Sing. Guys, the list goes on and on.
Randy Lockhart says that Columbus is 2-5 straight up in the last 7 games, so they should not even put on their skates tonight and just let Edmonton win.
Okay.
Of course, I'm being a clown with that. Hey, Columbus knows that too, by the way, so that could work either way. I still like Columbus.
Yeah, it's an interesting trend, though. Some of these teams have each other's number. You know what I mean? So, all right, dude. So, listen, great show today, man.
Loved it. A lot of information, a lot of stuff going on. Guys, get out there, do your own homework, take a look, and, we'll put some stuff out. I got to hit the gym. I got some stuff going on today. So I'm going to be, like, on the road. I'll try to hit you guys, like, with my cell phone. But I'm out of here. I'm going to do my workout, do my thing, because Vegas is next week.
Vegas is next week, baby. We're 6 days away from coming out there, and I think Dr. Dan is like 4 days away from coming out there. So, guys, let Vegas know. Vegas already knows we're coming. I just don't know if they got the police barricades up and they got the whole package ready for the biggest show in the world.
I love Dizzle is going out there because he'll get them souped up thinking that they're going to kill us.
Well, he's been on fire lately, brother. So, he went 10-3-1 last night, which is straight plays. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you just better have his 2 bottles of Ciroc ready, player.
How you going down again?
Oh.
It's $100 all you could drink, so we ain't getting no Ciroc in there.
couple nips.
I'll sneak him in a couple of nips.
Oh, all right, what you got?
Hey, big ups to everybody listening to the show, doing your thing, retweeting us. Thank you guys so much. Want to send shout outs to all my posse, Almighty Kev, what's happening? The Kid, Sports Degen, Rainmaker 512, Betting the Dream. My man Dank is out there, that's my boy. Winning Picks is out there as well. Cash Action Bets, what's happening? Jonesy is out there. Michael Fortier is out there. Vegas Girl 92661, good morning, baby girl. Premier Sports Company, what's up? Luis Barrios, how you doing, player? Philly Picks, what's happening? Smokey Rodriguez as well. Song Ski, Yippa 82, the Capper Zone. The Capper Zone has a new name that we retweeted yesterday. It's CZVIP 215. He wanted me to give him a shout out, so the shout out has been given. Papa Smurf is out there. What's happening? Randy Lockhart as well. Thank you for your contributions. And I'm only clowning, you know that. I love your stuff. Hit me up later with we'll go over the hockey. My Blackhawks under was dope though. You gotta give me some props for that. Tony Enab is out there. Lucky, actually, Hatter, you were a part of that. You're the one that turned me on to it because you reminded me about that Coyote goalie.
Yeah, he's dope.
So big ups to you. The Coyote goalie is dope. I think we have to look at the Coyotes in the under whenever they play, as this goalie's been on fire. But trust me, as he keeps getting peppered up, he'll start loosening up a little bit and letting some pucks through. Lucky Luciano's out there. Dante's out there. APB, my man Deeks Picks. Sydney, what's happening? Sir Mata, Herbs, what's going on, brother? Bartholomew Swagger, Billy Sharp, Beyond the Bets, Nicholas J, the Queen of Odds. Good morning, baby girl. This thing we do. OJFB is out there as well. My man Scott Weaver, the first lady of the Fake Fam. Go over and check her out, like I always tell you. Check out her hockey. Check out the cousin Petey over there. Check out his soccer. Guys, we got a plethora of sports going on right now. There's places to gamble, ways to make money, any way, shape, and form, all over the place. If you go down, remember, don't chase, but if you like something and it's just a late game, it's not a chase if you lost early because you liked it late. So that's not necessarily a chase. Going out and just grabbing something just because it's playing right now. I'm going to go take, Institute of Technical Technology in the first half -20. That's a chase. Other than that, be careful, get a little bit of money. Thank you for your support. Always remember who you with. Make the most of each and every day because you can't get this time back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take Wisconsin out of my Moneyline parlay. I'm going to take them out. I think that's more of a headache than anything with the -1250 juice. I think for adding them in, I don't really think I'm going to get that term that you love to call value. So I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to do Kentucky, Purdue, and I'm going to leave one spot open for later, and I don't know who I'm going to put with that yet. I think I may put LSU with that. I think that's probably going to be my play, but I'll put it out as soon as I'm ready, guys. So we got about an hour and a half before tip-off on some of these games, guys. We love you to death. We are coming to Las Vegas next Thursday, and next Friday, a week from today, we will be doing our show at 3 p.m. Eastern time, which is 12 noon Vegas time. And we will be doing it live. And we will be doing it live from the Rouge Lounge inside the MGM Grand Casino. That's going to be Friday and Saturday, kids. So I'm looking forward to it. And I think next
week.
Guys,
remember Saturday is wear your rep your team's jersey day. So if you bring a jersey along, whoever you like. I know unfortunately we'll have a bunch of Cowboy fans in the house, so we'll have to look at those jerseys. Hopefully it won't be a DeMarco Murray because he's no longer a Cowboy. But anyway,
yeah, right.
By the way, speaking of that real quick, the Cowboys played themselves. They're going to end up with no running back this season because they think they're getting Peterson, and they're not.
Right. I agree with you on that. So, oh, man. So with that said, guys, we love you to death. The entire hashtag SBTV Nation. Go out there and get that money. Let's go.